And we're live for the Power Chat series for the Pro Point 4 pre-show. I have here today, I'm super excited about our guest, Jamal Albini. And I hope everybody is also excited to hear more about one of the fighters on this card and the perspective that he brings. So how are you doing, Jamal?
I'm good. Just got done training, worked a little bit, but yeah, I'm doing good today. How about you?
I'm doing well, and so it's 6:30 over here, and you are in
Yeah.
California, so it's a little bit
Yes.
earlier in the day. How did your training go today? I'm sure everybody's wondering, how you guys are
It's
preparing
solid.
for this
It was
event.
solid. It's solid. I'm doing a lot of work. Waking up in the morning, going for some kind of run, a lift after, training after that, some cardio sessions after that,
Mhm.
and then training one more time at night. So yeah, it's been packed, taking it pretty serious.
Yeah, that is busy. Do you take off days?
Sundays I just spar.
Okay, so not
Yeah.
necessarily an off day, but you're always
Nah,
active.
pretty active.
Uh,
Pretty active.
okay. Gotcha. And going into sort of like the nitty gritty of it, how's your weight looking for this one and your eating and diet plan?
It was when I got the call to fight, I was around like 216. I'm down to like 190, 194. I was 194 today. So I mean, it's going pretty quick. It's pretty easy.
That's good. That's good.
Solid. Yeah.
How does it feel fighting from 216 to 190 something?
Well, way different, but I
Hmm.
never have gotten that big before. Coming
Okay.
from that knee surgery, or I was out for. I've been injured for like 2 years, 2.5 years. Yeah, that was the last time I fought at Jeff Doss's Grand Slam. Shout out Sushi. But yeah, that was the last time that I fought Cam Dawson in I think the finals
Hmm.
or maybe the runoffs, and my knee basically blew out, completely blew out. Yeah, so that was the last time I fought. So I fought there probably like at 174, 175. But after the surgery, being in lockdown, quarantine, and all of
Right.
that, not really being able to move, couldn't run, couldn't even spar. I got cleared to spar like in September. So it's still pretty like
Wow.
it was bad. Yeah, it was a bad injury. But yeah, I've been training ever since like September hit. Just focusing on getting the weight down, getting prepared, and then fighting for this fight now.
So I think I saw in one of your previous posts that you were walking around with a knee injury or a torn ACL for quite some time before you were
Yeah.
actually able to get the surgery. How did that happen? How did that play out?
No, so actually, my ACL, MCL, and PCL were already partially torn for years, probably since I was like 16. And then, yeah, and then I just like strengthened it and basically dealt with it the whole entire time. And then I popped my ACL, I guess, or my MCL like 7 years ago. At this point, maybe 9 years ago, because it was 2 years ago that I got the surgery. So I didn't have an ACL for like 7 years, 8 years. And then when I fought Cam, I like did an angle, and like my knee just couldn't support it anymore.
Hmm.
So that's what I meant by like that time, that distance, that whole entire time I basically had no ACL.
Oh my
um,
goodness.
and then yeah, so then I got the surgery finally because I couldn't like support myself or anything like that. Like my knee couldn't support me anymore. And yeah, so I got my ACL, MCL completely redone from my quad tendon, and then my PCL and LCL got reattached, and then they took out both my meniscus or my menisci. Sorry, yeah, yeah. So I
Wow.
don't even have like I have a brand new knee pretty much.
Essentially. And how old are you?
30 now, yeah.
30. Okay. All right. So I guess no knee replacement down the road. I mean,
That will happen eventually,
oh
probably, because
boy.
I don't have any menisci. So yeah, that's
Uh,
probably gonna happen in like the next 15, 20 years. I'll probably get a knee replacement.
it's crazy
Yeah,
to think about. So, I actually know Kenzie Emery. She's a forums competitor. She also competed on the torn ligament for quite some time. So, looking back in
yeah.
hindsight, would you say that it was not the best decision to sort of compete on an injured knee, or were you able to advance in your career and you would say it was worth it?
I mean, that's a good question. Well, if I would have known how severe it was, I probably would have gotten it done earlier. But it didn't affect me. It never affected me up until that fight with Ken.
That,
That was like legit the first time that it went out completely on me. Like I've always had knee pains and like knee problems and stuff like that. Like people thought I was just like complaining, but like nah, my knee really hurts. But yeah, if I would have known the severity of it, I probably would have gotten it done earlier. But I don't think it's a big problem. I think the same things would have happened regardless. So yeah.
yeah. I mean, hindsight's always 2020, so it's really where you
Yeah.
are now. And look at you, you're about to fight in Pro Point 4.
Yep.
So that leads me sort of kind of to my next question. You are on Team All Stars and surrounded by so many great fighters. And on the promo for the Pro Point 4, you said your coaches are Chris Walker and Kevin Walker. So I was wondering what it's like to have your teammates as your coaches sort of as well, and what that dynamic is like.
I mean, we're fighters, so we know from experience like what to see, what to call out, what we see from different perspectives and things like that. And I've been with these guys through so many wars over the last, I don't know how long I've been, 10 years, 12 years, or however long I've been on the team. So like we know each other's fighting styles, we know each other's rhythms, we know what I might see might be different from what Seawalk or Kev sees, and at the same time, it's like I have that confidence in them. When I look back and see them, it's a feeling that it's a surreal feeling to like know that someone has your back like that, and someone knows you, and someone's feeling every single thing that you throw, and things like that back and forth chemistry. Like we have chemistry not only as teammates, but we have chemistry and we learn from each other and we listen to each other's perspective also.
Right. And like I said, you're on the West Coast, and I would say that I don't want to say there's less West Coast fighters, but I feel like there's definitely less tournaments on the West Coast. So you sort of see people having to come to the East Coast, not necessarily going over there. What's the West Coast community like in terms of fighting community?
Man, it's great, honestly. I mean, I grew up in the Bay Area, fighting in 3 different leagues. I fought almost every single weekend. Fought a lot of different great fighters and karate schools like Arceo's, Fromm's martial arts. We had battles growing up. A whole bunch of other different karate schools and like Mo Lamas, Cat and Girls, like those teams and those karate schools. It was a great environment, and honestly, that prepared me so much for nationals, like having to battle those guys, because a lot of those guys ended up getting on sponsored teams also, or Team Proper formed out of that, and things like that. So I mean, it was fun, and we have like a certain, especially like Bay Area fighters, have a certain style, I guess you could say, of how we fight. So
Definitely.
yeah, it's a very pleasing fighting style that we have. So
Yeah, it's
like
very entertaining.
I love the Bay. Yeah, I love the Bay. I love the Bay fighters. That's
definitely.
yeah, exactly.
And so did you get a chance to watch your teammate? Obviously, Kevin was in the last Pro Point. Did you get to watch Pro Point?
Yeah.
So what were your reflections on that with Christian winning and just like the whole event in general? How did you feel like the fighting went?
Oh, I really really enjoyed watching it. The whole entire card was it was entertaining. It was fun. It left some, especially like knowing the different rounds and the situation, it left a lot of suspense going into certain rounds and things like that. But yeah, so I really enjoyed it. I threw my name in the hat, and here I am fighting in that same weight class. Looking forward to fighting Christian.
Yeah, so given that 2 of the fighters were knocked out, are you in any way kind of preparing on how not to put yourself into a situation on the receiving or the giving end of that?
I mean, like the training that I do like kickboxing training all the time. I do all types of different training, and I train with the best. Like, it's me, Jack, Raymond down here. So I feel like I would be more in the position of how not to knock people out for this. So like learning that control, that more frightens me than putting myself in danger or putting myself in risk at all.
Right. So you just have to, I don't think that Ryan George or Brandon really expected that. Do you think it might be gloves that are not big enough? or just the hype and the energy that sort of comes with Pro Point that brought those knockouts? What, as a fighter, what do you think happened there?
I mean, yeah, I think it's a combination of one, small gloves that, like, the smaller the glove, the more likely the knockout might happen. Two, obviously the adrenaline, the excitement, being on center stage and things like that. And three, people getting tired. So the gas tank, the like more tired you are, the more susceptible of being knocked out you are. And yeah, I don't see any of those three things really happening to me.
Good. I like the confidence. I'm really excited to watch you fight.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
the brackets came out, correct?
Mhm.
So how are you feeling about your bracket and just now sort of going specifically into Pro Point? How are you feeling with it being March 12th? So pretty soon.
I'm really excited that it's that soon. Um, the reason why is, like I said, I've been out for such a long time, like just watching people at different tournaments and
Hmm.
staying updated and like watching watching the pro points and watching the other things that have been available. You just get that itch, and you
Hmm.
just want to go back to it. Ever since I got cleared, I've been like not ready to go back, but waiting and anticipating and really, really anxious to go back. So those are the things that I'm really, really excited about it being on March 12th. The card itself, like my opponents and stuff, I've actually probably only fought Hector maybe one time, like a really long time ago. And I don't even remember. Maybe I did. I don't really remember. And then I think I've fought Leo before, but again, I was like really, really long ago. Um, but I'm not like, I don't stress over who I'm fighting or anything like that, and I don't even really know who's in my bracket. I'm trying to
Okay.
think. I don't really know.
That's interesting.
So
That's a common
we'll just
theme
have
that all of the guys that I've sort of interviewed have said. I keep it in the back of my mind and kind of adjust, but really I have to fight everybody there and be ready for anybody. So they don't
exactly.
cater their training for X, Y, and Z.
Nah, exactly. I feel like my fighting style is like really, really hard to adjust to, so I make them adjust to me if anything.
Right. Okay. And my last question for you is there anything that you're, I don't know, feeling nervous or anxious about going into this event?
Uh, the first 10 seconds getting some ring rust off.
Mm.
But I mean, I've gotten my ring rust off already with, sparring with the people that I spar with already. So honestly, just the first 10 seconds being back in the ring, finding my anchor and, doing my little handshake with my teammates.
Right.
That's what I'm really, really looking for. Like that I've missed that I've missed. So Seawalk, if I hit your hand too hard, I'm sorry, bro.
So who are you? That reminds me. Who are you bringing to Georgia as your coach and your
It's gonna be
supporters?
Seawalk. It's gonna be Seawalk and Kev.
Awesome.
I'm pretty sure Raymond has a fight coming up, so he will not be making the trip. And then Jack is also in a. I think he has another prior commitment. Oh no, Jack. Yeah, he has a prior commitment, so
Mhm.
he's not gonna be able to make that. But I'll have Seawalk and Kev there, and then I might have Steve Horst, who's also was on the team. If
Mhm.
you guys remember Steve Horst, then yeah, like he was the solid fighter. So I might have Steve come with me.
Great. And back home, watching the stream that's going to be free this time, who do you have supporting you? Karate school, family?
Oh,
Do
I
you
got the whole bay.
have
I got the whole bay always riding with me. Like yeah, my karate school, the Bay Area fighting community, the West Coast fighting community for sure. Um, and then just people that I grew up with or and things like that. Like they're all tuning in. Like I got people watching it for sure.
That's great. That's awesome to hear, Jamal. And I will also see you in person for the post fight interviews, and hopefully see you
For
get
sure.
to the finals and take it. It was great talking to you and
Definitely
hearing
will.
about your karate past and your karate future. So thank you for coming on to the Power Chat series.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, everyone for watching, thank you and have a great night. Okay.